Hi. So I thought I'd take a minute and share a little bit about stretching out your hips when they're feeling just a little stiff, a little sore. Um, Couple of options that I'll demonstrate depending on what feels good for you, um, and just different ways that you can try this. So for starters, we're going to have us a yoga strap if we have one. If not, you can use a belt, that would work perfect, or anything like that that'll give you a little extra length to your arms here, okay? So we will come onto our backs, and one option is you can bring your feet fairly close to your bottom, but bringing the feet out towards the edges of the mat. So you've got a pretty good distance. So they're fairly close to your bottom, but they're out towards the edge of the mat. Arms just beside you, palms facing down. And as you exhale, you can gently let your knees drop to the left. Inhale up, gently let them drop to the right. Inhale back up. Now, as you do this, there's a couple of options. You can do it just like that. You can hold. So as I exhale and let my knees drop to the left, I can just hold this pose for, a count that feels comfortable to me, maybe 30, 45 seconds or so. Or I can move with my breath. So with every inhale, I come up. Every exhale, I let my knees drop to the other side. So I can make it more of a flow by moving with my breath. Or I can, on the exhale, get myself into the position and then just continue to hold the pose while I let my breathing move normally. Continuing that relaxed inhale and exhale. So that's just one thought, one idea for how we can kind of stretch the hips a little bit. Another idea is bringing the feet in closer. So again, they're fairly close to the bottom, but this time, instead of being out towards the edge of the mat, they're more hip distance apart, right? And then from here, we can do the same thing. We can let our knees drop over on the exhale. Holding here, continuing to breathe. On an inhale, we'll bring them back up. And on an exhale, we'll drop them back down to the other side, in this case, the right side. And holding. You'll probably notice both great stretches, just slightly different. Neither one's better than the other. They're just slightly different. Another option we have is, in this case, my feet are on the ground, hip distance apart, fairly close to my bottom. So this time I'm going to straighten the left leg and really connect my left leg as much as possible with the ground. Heel all the way up, really just kind of grounding that left leg. Toes pointing towards me. And then when I'm ready, on an exhale, I can bring that right knee up and over to the left. But trying not to lose that grounding in the left leg. Notice that I put my left hand on that right knee. You can do that or not. If you do choose to do that, you should notice that it intensifies the stretch a little bit more. So again, just listening to your body, whatever feels right for you. This is your choice. This is your practice. So you want to really notice what feels good in your body. Coming out of that on an exhale, I'll now straighten the right leg, bringing that left leg back in. And as I'm ready, bringing that left knee up, crossing it over, but again, keeping that right leg grounded onto the mat. Maybe I put my right hand on that left knee, maybe I don't. Again, just listening to my body. What feels right for me today? So another option we have is we get that yoga strap, right? So we got our yoga strap. Now we're going to take the yoga strap and we're going to put it over the ball, not the arch, but the ball of the right foot. Taking both ends of the strap into the right hand, I can extend my right leg, flexing that right foot. I can have the left knee bent like I currently do, or I can straighten it. Whichever feels right for me. There's no right or wrong here. There's no better. It's just what's speaking to my body today. So in this particular situation, I'm going to, like I said, have the strap in the right hand. Strap is going across the ball of the right foot. Left leg can either be bent or straight. Now from here, I have the option, if I'd like, on an exhale, I can bring that right leg open out to the right. Trying to make sure that my left hip doesn't rise off the mat. Inhaling back up, I can bring that right foot over to the left. Again, keeping that left leg grounded. So this is very similar to what we did earlier. It's just in this case, I'm using the strap to allow myself to fully extend the leg I'm stretching. Inhaling back up, and then of course, we would want to repeat that now with the left leg. So strap on the ball of the left foot, right leg can stay bent, or we can straighten it. Inhaling, strap in the left hand, straightening that left foot, flexing it, the left leg, flexing the left foot. We have that option to bring the left foot out to the left, keeping that right hip grounded though. Just listening to our bodies, coming to whatever point feels comfortable for us. On the inhale, we could come back up, bringing the straps into the right hand now, and letting that left leg fall over to the right, but also remembering to keep that right leg grounded into the mat. Inhaling back up. We're going to sit up here. So another stretch that I absolutely love to just stretch out my hips and always feels super nice for me is that wide-legged child's pose. So for that, I'm going to come up onto tabletop position, knees directly under hips, wrists directly under shoulders. And in this case, I'm going to bring my knees out and bring my toes into touching. So my toes are touching, my knees are out as far as I'd like them to be. So that's going to be different for each of us. For me personally, I like to bring them close to the edges of the mat. And then from here, we'll just sit our hips back, bringing our foreheads, and we can bring our foreheads to our hands, We could have a block here that we could use. We could even bring some kind of a bolster underneath us and relax on that. If we don't have a bolster, folded pillows work great. Folded blankets work great, or a pillow works great. Sorry about that. But just a few of my favorite poses when, like I said, my hips are feeling a little stiff and I go to get up and I got that little bit of tension and creaking that, you know, might happen as we mature. So let me know what you think. Hopefully that made sense, and hopefully you find those helpful. Thank you.